Wilfred Reid Wop May was nicknamed Wop by his cousin, who couldn't say Wilfred. He was born on March 1896 in Carberry, Manitoba, and grew up in Edmonton, Alberta. He died in 1952, and in his 56 years on Earth, Wop spent most of them in the sky.
Hey Edmontonians, do you know who Wilfred Reid Wop May is? I'm here at his mural on the northeast corner of 156th Street and Stony Plain Road. Wop May was remembered as a true Canadian hero. This mural and The Aviator are some hidden gems in Edmonton, and they're also a gateway to the history of Edmonton aviation.
Hello everyone, my name is Dave Carty, and I'm the artist that painted, designed, and created the mural about Wop May in Edmonton. That was back in 2003.
What can you remember from painting the mural 19 years ago?
When I started to research it, I found out that Wop May's son, Denny May, he was still living in the neighborhood, and he was very, very helpful in getting this whole thing going, because obviously his son, he knew all about the history of his dad and on and on.
What kind of paint did you use?
That's actually a good question, because lots of people don't know this. It's called gouache. It's a type of watercolor or water-based paint, but a lot more apt at watercolor. But the mural itself is painted in latex paint. And this was my suggestion. It's on what we call a signboard. You can paint the mural wherever and then put it up. So I actually painted this. It was in the winter. I painted it in my basement. Typically, the design, it depends on the complexity. So that could be a few months doing the research, but the actual execution is probably, that would have been about a week. Most of the murals I do are historic. I just find it's really a lot of fun finding out about the history of a place and the hidden histories of places that people are just not really aware of. Lots of times these are pretty good big stories that I think need to be told, so the general public has a better idea of what the background of their city is all about.
What was it like working with his son? I saw that his website was very well documented. It seems to me that he was really passionate about this.
Very, yes.
Until his death in 2021, Denny May worked hard to document and share his dad's life. You can find some of his adventures on the Wop May Chronicles at wopmay.com. Here we see Denny May in 2017 in front of his father's display case at the Alberta Aviation Museum. To visit this display case and more, I took the short 14-minute drive to the Alberta Aviation Museum by Kingsway Mall.
Welcome to the Alberta Aviation Museum. My name is Ryan Lee, and I'm the curator here. The museum has been open here for about 30 years, and in the 30 years that we've been open, we've grown to a collection of more than 30 aircraft that you see behind us.
Wop May was actually an Edmontonian flying ace, and here we see his Royal Flying Corps wings.
On the 21st of April, May successfully evaded the infamous Red Baron. The morning before his last encounter, the Red Baron had killed his 81st victim. Wop May, on the other hand, was brand new. The average life expectancy for a new pilot in combat was around 15 minutes. Up higher, you can see Wop May in his Sopwith Camel fleeing the Red Baron. May was actually quite lucky to survive the encounter, especially in his less maneuverable plane. Wilfred Reid Wop May was indicted into Canada's Aviation Hall of Fame in 1974. This Edmontonian spent much of his time either in the clouds or helping others get there. He started as a flying ace World War I veteran and flew high from there. From helping police with aerial manhunts, delivering goods across Canada and into the Arctic, starting his own aviation companies, and training future aviators, Wilfred Reid Wop May changed the game for Edmontonian, Albertan, and Canadian aviation.
So we have more than 800 artifacts associated with Wop May here at the Alberta Aviation Museum. The display case here has just a few of them, including his snowshoes, bomb that he brought home from the First World War, walking stick that was carved from his aircraft, and then scattered around the museum are other artifacts that might not be labeled Wop May, but were definitely associated with him. So if you want to learn more about Wop May or other bush pilots, come down to the Alberta Aviation Museum and check out these hidden gems.
Hidden Gems Edmonton, there is always something to discover.
Hidden Gems Edmonton, there's always something to discover.